everyone. Welcome to Lex Talk, World Talk Show presented by Clickaway Creators. Today we have Mr. Puneet Bansal with us. Puneet has over 20 years of experience in advising leading multinational and Indian companies in setting up operations in India, structuring business models and supply chains, optimizing tax exposures, contract review, and undertaking compliance with indirect tax laws. Prior to Nitya, Puneet was a partner with BMR and Associates, LLP, and Lakshmi Kumaran and Sridharan in their indirect tax practice. Puneet is a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, having held all India merit position in CA finals. He also holds a bachelor's degree in commerce and law from University of Delhi. Puneet has been ranked amidst 40 outstanding legal professionals who are under the age of 40 in the Asia region in the third annual list of Asian Legal Business magazine. That's just amazing. He has a rich experience in litigation and successfully represented clients' interests before various judicial bar across India. Hello, Puneet. How are you?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Bhati, for your time. Yeah,
Pleasure is all ours, Mr. Paneet. So we're really excited to know about your journey as a legal professional so far, if you can throw light on that first.
sure. Uh, so, I did not choose law as an educational degree since beginning. So I'll step back because firstly I did chartered accountancy course and then did law. So in India, in class 10th, you need to choose science, commerce, and arts. So I did not have interest in science. I thought arts is too low a degree, so I choose commerce. I cleared class 12th, etc. One of my uncle filled CA forms, so I started doing CA. So nothing was planned at all. So I got merit position in CA final. I went to Maruti, which is India's largest car manufacturer. I started working there. So in the interview, I was given three choices. I choose indirect tax out of it, and that's how indirect tax became my profession for last 22 years. I worked in Maruti for 3.5 years, but thereafter I felt that the level of learning is very limited in industry as compared to a professional firm. So after 3.5 years, I joined Lakshmi Kumaran and Sridharan, which used to be India's leading law firm in indirect taxes at that point of time. So there we had a practice that because you had to regularly appear before the courts, etc. So you need to do law. So I did law from Delhi University. It was called as Law Center 2, LC2 in short. And I used to attend evening classes there. And that's how my journey as a legal professional started.
Thank you so much for throwing light on your journey, Mr. Bansal. Now, let us just talk about your most memorable case and if you have any key takeaways from there. I'm sure that there are many cases that you
Right,
want to talk about,
right,
but
right.
completely your call.
Sure. So it's a case which started somewhere in 2011. So the client is a large manufacturing company based in Noida. So it was a excise duty issue, whether excise duty should be applicable or not. And it was a very complex issue in the sense that there was divergent rulings, etc. So in 2011 December, I still remember that's the first time I met the client, and client was very worried because the demands were huge, and I studied the entire thing. And actually, that was the case at the investigation stage. On that day, the authorities visited him. They said, "What you're doing is incorrect. You need to pay this much crores in excise duty, etc." So, client was really worried. So, in December 2011, I met the client for the first time. I studied it. I assured him that you need not worry. We need to present our case properly on facts and law, etc., and we'll surely succeed. Uh, Matter went to commissioner. Commissioner decided against. We went to appellate tribunal in Allahabad. So the hearing went for very long. I personally appeared. This was somewhere in 2015-16. After hearing our arguments in detail, the tribunal decided in our favor. And recently, the matter came before Supreme Court also. I only represented, and the client finally succeeded. The Supreme Court dismissed department's appeal. So the best thing I found this about this case was, apart from complexity, because when you handle complex matters, it gives a lot of satisfaction to you if you eventually succeed. The best part I like about this case was that I handled this case the day it was born, the day authorities investigated the client, and God willing, I was able to take it to the logical conclusion. And when the matter was finally decided in favor by the Supreme Court, client was very, very happy that we supported him and got the issue in its favor. So this is one of the most favorite case I have handled in getting justice to our client.
Thank you so much, yet again, Mr. Puneet. Uh, now, 2020 has been a crazy year for all of us, right? But I'm sure there must be some significant achievements of your firm that you would like to talk about, especially in 2020.
Right. So 2020, I'll say, I think it's not only for our firm, I think it holds for all businesses and for our personal lives also. Uh, I think 2020 gave us an opportunity to look at things afresh. We cannot take businesses or profession for granted. We cannot take our relationships for granted. So in that sense, I feel a lot of positive side of the lockdown, that it gave us an opportunity to start from zero. So when the lockdown started, April onwards, things were totally blank, and uh, just like others, we were also clueless how long it will continue, etc. So if I see from a firm perspective, one, because the level of work temporarily reduced, we spent a lot of time on knowledge sessions. So we used to have a lot of online sessions internally. We have a team of around 60 people. So every morning we used to sit together for a couple of hours, study and discuss. So that gave us an opportunity for all of us to polish our technical skills, knowledge, etc. To our HR did a fantastic job in organizing a lot of again online events, etc., to keep everyone engaged, and the team also felt very happy. This I see from my internal side. From my external side, uh, we supported a lot of our clients in terms of moderating our fee levels because they were under financial stress, which was very well appreciated by them. Two, we organize a lot of webinar sessions for our clients or industrial bodies, etc., which again went off very well in terms of franchise building, brand building for the firm. So overall, I feel it was a good year, a lot of learnings for us, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Puneet. Now, as you have talked about the significant achievements, I'm sure there must be challenges as well, and with challenges comes strategy. So, how would you describe your strategy for your firm, if that's a convenient question to
Yeah,
ask?
yeah, sure, sure. See, our firm is not very old. We are just close to 6 year old only. Uh, I still believe that every day is a learning opportunity for us. But one thing which we have stick from day one, which continues to be our strategy, is knowledge. So we want our firm to be totally surrounded or grounded based on knowledge only. So our every action should have some relation to the knowledge. So our strategy continues to be honing our technical skills, sending good tax updates to clients to keep them abreast, organizing individual or group sessions for them, giving them good advice, good litigation support, which is technically sound, etc. So the strategy again revolves around one word, which is knowledge. No change in that.
Yes, well said. Thank you. Now, having talked about so many things about your firm and about you, uh, I'm sure there must be many people in our audience who would really like to know about your opinion on on a lot of things. So my first question in that aspect to you would be that how important is the law firm culture according to you, and what kind of internal culture are you looking to foster, and or one should foster?
Right, right. See, in law profession, you have two type of professionals. One, you have a one-man show where a single lawyer is there, someone as senior as, say, Mr. Harish Salve. So he himself is stalwart. So for them, there's no law firm. There's a single individual which runs a show. Second, we have boutique, small, large law firms where we also fall. Law firm typically revolves around people. So law firm culture, in my view, is very important for any firm to succeed. Uh, in my view, there should be a level of transparency uh, uh, amongst the people as to what firm is doing. Second important thing is we should provide opportunities to every individual in the firm, be it a lawyer, be it an accountant, or be it an office boy, so that every day he grows up. So, so this is the culture we are trying to foster in our firm. And if I see so many people are there who are there with us since beginning or for very long, so everyone has grown leaps and bounds over a period of time.
Well, thank you so much for answering that question as well, Mr. Bansal. It's kind of enlightening because not only in terms of legal industry, but your answer is kind of, it gives everybody a kind of idea that how one should, go about things. Uh, Last but not the least, to talk about something really which is very, very important, that how do you look at tax law in 2021 and how do you think it's going to change 5 years down the line?
Right, right. Uh,
Very relevant to everybody out there.
yeah. It's very relevant. Uh, so I'm part of a lot of these panels like PhD and a lot of these programs, webinars, etc., which happen where industry professionals are there. So my take is because our practice is more around GST or customs laws, which are indirect tax laws. So when the GST was launched 3.5 years back, the selling point of our prime minister was it's a good and simple tax. So it was supposed to be simple, easily implementable, less litigation, less disputes, and eventually lesser work for lawyers and law professionals also. This was what was intended. Um, uh, if I remove my shoes as a legal professional and if I wear the shoes as a citizen of the country, that's what I want also. That if a businessman is there, he should have less complexities. He should focus on business rather than compliances, ease of doing business. All that stuff should be there. Unfortunately, the way GST has unfolded in last 3.5 years, it has become a law which is more complex than pre-GST laws. So many changes keep happening, so many clarifications, advanced ruling keep coming, etc. So the law has become complex. The law is more amenable to litigations, etc. So what I foresee is that in next 5 years, we'll see a lot of litigations on GST, etc., which unfortunately and fortunately will bring a lot of work for legal professionals. Unfortunate more from a country or business side, etc. So for last 3.5 years, I keep on requesting, and I again request governments and GST Council to please take steps in simplifying this law so that it's easier to implement. But yeah, I foresee a lot of uh, work opportunities for our firm in times to come.
Well, thank you very much yet again, Mr. Bansal, for such an enlightening interview and a conversation per se. It was really, it was really a pleasure having you here, and it was lovely talking to you. We really look forward to having a chat with you again in the future on some other trending topics in the international legal industry. But before I, say bye to our audience, is there anything that you would like to convey to the new budding lawyers or somebody who's planning to come up with their own law firms?
Right, right. So the only suggestion which I have and which I try to follow is that uh, uh, success is not a destination, it's a journey which never has an end. So you need to work every moment, work to the best of your ability, and then everything else will fall in place. There is no substitute for hard work. That's what I'll suggest.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bansal.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
again, it was a pleasure having you. And for our viewers, if you like this chat with Mr. Bansal, please like and share this video and also subscribe to ClickAway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do. And you have more coming from industry leaders. So for that, you also need to press on the bell icon so you don't have to miss any interviews from us. This is Bharti for Lex Talk signing off. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye bye.